We have new details this afternoon about that shooting yesterday in the River Road area of Eugene that left one person dead, including the name of the victim, Melissa Holland. Thank you for joining us here at 4. I'm Ariel Yakabazi. In a follow-up here this afternoon, KEZI 9 News reporter Albert James has a look at what we've learned and what questions still need answers.
The sheriff's office says a shooting Wednesday afternoon at a home on Cinnamon Avenue took the life of a 37-year-old woman.
They discovered a female, Melissa Ray Holland, 37, suffering from a gunshot wound. She died as a result of her injury.
Sergeant Tim Wallace with the Lane County Sheriff's Office says 20-year-old Isaac Bartlett of Eugene shot Holland before fleeing the scene. Bartlett was later arrested after a standoff with deputies and Eugene police in the area of Abbey Lane near Willa Gillespie Elementary.
At about 10 p.m., Bartlett was lodged at the Lane County Jail on charges of manslaughter in the first degree, assault in the second degree, and felon in possession of a firearm.
Court records show Bartlett is on probation for an unlawful use of a weapon conviction back in September of 2022, which now serves as an aggravating factor in the charges he's currently facing. Wallace says the shots were fired during some kind of an argument.
Investigation revealed Holland had been shot by Isaac Paul Bartlett, 20, during a dispute with another male.
Wallace says everyone involved in the incident has been contacted by investigators, though the nature of the argument is not being made public.
We have detectives in the field that are still working on them, so we're limited in what we can release right now.
The shooting Wednesday afternoon capped off a hectic few days for deputies, including the shooting death of a Junction City woman earlier in the day and the Washington State Amber Alert coming to an end on Interstate 5 north of Eugene on Tuesday.
To have 3 high-profile incidents in 24 hours is taxing, but speaks to the caliber and quality of the men and women who work at the Lane County Sheriff's Office.
While a suspect has been arrested in Wednesday's shooting, neighbors in the area say they are still feeling uneasy. Coming up on a special edition of KEZI 9 News at 8:30, here are the concerns still on the top of their minds. Reporting in Eugene, Albert James, KEZI 9 News.
All right, Albert, thank you. Now, the manhunt for the suspect in a different deadly shooting yesterday in Junction City, as he mentioned, is finally over this afternoon. Earlier this morning, the Lane County Sheriff's Office says John J. Kelly had been spotted and arrested early this morning in Mendocino County, California. This is his mugshot from California. He's facing charges here in Lane County of second-degree murder constituting domestic violence. Authorities had been looking for Kelly since yesterday morning for allegedly killing his girlfriend, Serena Cochise, at her home on Highway 36. Near Junction City. Deputies say they found her body inside a locked-up chicken coop on the property. The person who found the woman says the victim and Kelly had been dating since January of this year, but had been fighting prior to the shooting. Investigators immediately put out a notice for Kelly, who was driving a silver Mitsubishi SUV. They say he was spotted in Florence and Reedsport yesterday, then captured in California.
Kelly's being held pending extradition to Oregon, and LCSO detectives are currently headed to California to continue their investigation there.
No word when Kelly will be brought back to Oregon to face charges here. He is also connected to a homicide investigation in California from 2010, but when he was arrested 3 years ago in Eugene, California authorities refused to extradite him back for that crime. Now, LCSO also took part in the massive response that helped bring the Amber Alert that started in Richland, Washington to an end right here in Eugene. The sheriff's office says they were monitoring the search for Elias Huizar and his 1-year-old son, Roman, which started in Richland. They say as they heard the chase down Interstate 5 getting closer, every deputy, detective, and administrative staff began setting up along I-5 to help intercept the suspect. They, along with other police departments in the area, moved in when Huizar crashed his car just south of Coburg.
One of our deputies happened to be closest to where the child was in the vehicle and was able to quickly remove him and hand him off to other officers and to safety. The child was uninjured.
Some good news there. Lane County Sheriff's Office is also in charge of the investigation into Elias Huizar's death, which they say was a suicide.